Hey everyone, and welcome to today's explainer on Claude Code version 2.1.222. Okay, let's just jump right into this, because today we are looking at a really critical maintenance release. Look, if you've been using Claude Code to power your development, you already know exactly how absolutely crucial stability is. So this update, it's completely focused on bulletproofing your workspace. No flashy new features, just hardcore reliability. We're going to break down exactly what's changed and, more importantly, why it actually matters for your day-to-day coding environment. To help you wrap your head around these pretty dense release notes, we've organized the updates into 5 high-stakes themes. We'll cover 1, a crucial maintenance release; 2, securing code and hooks; 3, honest usage, better connectivity; 4, safer multi-agent workflows; and 5, quality of life updates. All right, let's get into it. Section 1, a crucial maintenance release. 20. That is the magic number for this release. While you won't find major headline-grabbing features in version 2.1.222, this is a remarkably dense, and I mean really critical update. The team has impressively squashed roughly 20 different bugs, closed some very meaningful security gaps, and even streamlined the tool by yanking out a few outdated features. It's all about giving you that rock-solid, predictable foundation for your AI-assisted development. Section 2, securing code and hopes. Okay, if you use get worktrees with Claude Code, you are going to love this fix. Previously, subagents running inside a worktree isolated session carried this kind of terrifying risk. They could accidentally execute destructive Git commands against your main checkout. Basically, the exact code you absolutely do not want an automated script messing with, right? Well, that vulnerability is completely closed now. Total isolation safely applies to all file edits and bash commands in absolutely every session type. So yeah, your main checkout is finally protected. To understand our next major security fix, we first need to do a quick recap on pre-tool use hooks. These are basically configurations within Claude's code that automatically allow specific tools to run without requiring your manual approval every single time. Now, they are absolutely fantastic for efficiency, but as you can imagine, they require some incredibly strict boundaries. And here is exactly where those hooks were getting a little messy in the background. There was this bug where these auto-allow hooks were actually bypassing tool restrictions during background agent tasks. Things like summarization, compaction, and session renames. But good news, that security gap is fully closed. Now, those background tasks strictly respect the exact same tool restrictions as everything else in your workflow. So no more unauthorized tool usage slipping by when you aren't looking. Moving on to Section 3, honest usage, better connectivity. Let's talk about building a more honest accounting system for your usage. Previously, the /usage view was frankly over-attributing usage to MCP servers. If Claude called an MCP server's tool just once, every subsequent turn in that entire session got counted against that specific server. Crazy, right? Now we have a much more logical flow. Claude calls the tool, the results are consumed, and a server's share of usage reflects only the requests that actually consumed its results. So, no more unfair billing metrics. Also, 2 major connectivity headaches have been completely cured here. First up, if you were running Claude Code behind an HTTPS proxy, the startup check would just hang and eventually fail. Now, it properly uses proxy-aware transport, and if it does happen to time out, you actually get a clear message instead of just an endless, frustrating hang. Second, those confusing connection closed mid-response errors? Yeah, it turns out they were being reported on responses that had actually completed successfully. That false noise has been totally silenced, leaving you with only the real signals. Next up, Section 4, safer multi-agent workflows. Let's do a quick definition to set the stage for this one. When working in auto mode, Claude often uses a function called sendMessage. This is essentially the tool that allows Claude to send messages to other active agent sessions within your workflow, coordinating tasks across different AI instances. It's like the walkie-talkie for your AI agents. The really crucial safety enhancement here revolves around the permission classifier. Agent-to-agent messages sent via sendMessage are now strictly evaluated by the classifier before they're ever dispatched. By checking permissions prior to the handoff, Claude Code massively improves multi-agent safety. It essentially guarantees that one rogue agent can't accidentally trigger an unauthorized action in another. Oh, and a really nice bonus fix for sendMessage, graceful degradation. Previously, if an agent summary hit a character limit, it would just throw an error and completely break the agent-to-agent send. Now, the system simply truncates that verbose summary rather than just failing outright. It's a small thing, but it keeps your multi-agent workflows running smoothly without getting derailed by long text. Finally, Section 5, Quality of Life Updates. All right, time for the lightning round of those notable little fixes. First, repo local settings files can still turn remote control off, but they can no longer turn it on. You actually have to use /config at the user scope to enable it now. Second, a genuinely great accessibility fix. In screen reader mode, hitting backspace no longer forces the reader to reread the entire input line. It smartly echoes only the characters you actually deleted. Third, subagent spinners now accurately show their own effort level setting, rather than just inheriting the parent session's label. Fourth, org-restricted model aliases, like when you type model:opus, now properly step down to the newest org-allowed model in that family. And finally, the Ultra Plan feature has been entirely removed to just streamline the whole codebase. If you want to dive deeper into the exact pull requests and nitty-gritty technical details, you can find the official changelog over on the Claude Code GitHub repository. And for a complete guide on how all these configuration pieces seamlessly fit together in your setup, definitely go check out the full manual at claudemaster.net. So this massive list of crucial maintenance fixes, from Git worktree isolation to pre-tool hook boundaries, it really leaves us with an important thought to end this explainer on. These tools are getting incredibly smart, but the boundaries are what actually keep our codebases safe. So I leave you with this. As AI agents get more and more autonomous and start chatting with each other to write your code, how secure is your local sandbox? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep building safely.